Hi, this is Linda Miner, and this video is going to give you a sneak preview on the new ZEN Body Slimming Program from Jeunesse. I'm so excited about this product line. The science behind it is remarkable, and it's going to create a revolution in the weight loss industry. And in fact, it's really not a weight loss product. It is a muscle building fat loss product line, I should say. There are 3 different components to it. And as I said, the science behind these is just remarkable, and nobody else has this because it's new science. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of the highlights, and as the weeks go by, I'm going to be adding more videos that provide more in-depth detail about how all of this is going to work. But the first thing I want to talk about is leptin resistance. This is something you're going to be hearing about a lot. So in the body, we produce a hormone called leptin. And the purpose of this is we eat, we produce leptin, a message goes in through our blood-brain barrier into our brain and says, okay, you've had enough, you're full, you're done. And by the way, no need to store fat because there's more than enough food. So everything's good, you've had enough to eat, we're done for today. And it's a great mechanism that works well in the brain and has, worked for forever. However, recently we've had things that have come into our life that disrupt that. Things like high fructose corn syrup and processed foods and pollution and toxins that interrupt the production of leptin and interrupt the getting of the leptin to the brain. So things like high fructose corn syrup, for example, actually inhibit the production of leptin so that your body doesn't get that message to say you're full. And also, along with that, when it doesn't get the message to say you're full, the message is then there's not enough food. We better store fat. So the body starts storing fat. Even if you're not eating that much, that's the message that's happening inside your brain because your brain's not getting the leptin to say everything's fine. So, so things like processed food are really bad. Now you may say, well, I don't eat processed food. I don't eat high fructose corn syrup. I have a really clean diet. I exercise. I eat well, and I've still got 10 pounds, or I've still got this fat. I'm still losing muscle tissue. I don't understand what's going on here. So there's something that some of you may be familiar with, which is called stress. And stress creates inflammation in our body. There are lots of things that create inflammation. Being sick, having a disease of some kind, being exposed to toxins, pollution, having had an injury. But one of the biggest things and most common these days is stress. And that stress can come from all kinds of different places. It can be from your job, from your marriage, from raising kids, from not getting enough sleep, all these different things. When you have too much inflammation in your body, you produce something called C-reactive protein. So here we have leptin, which easily passes through the blood-brain barrier. Now we've got C-reactive protein. These bind together. This is too big. They're bound together. Now we've got a molecule that's too big that cannot pass through the blood-brain barrier. So even though we're eating well, the leptin is still not getting to our brain to say you've had enough to eat, and therefore it's saying store fat. Okay, so that's one of the issues. One of the other, so we have one of the products is a set of capsules that has ingredients in it that are going to fix this problem. They're going to help stop the body from producing C-reactive protein. They're going to help to fix the hormonal issue that allows us to produce leptin and get that message into our brain that says we're full. So that's the first thing. As we age, this is the second part, we produce less and less muscle tissue in our body. That's just part of the aging process, unfortunately. But also, what we need in our body to produce muscle tissue is essential amino acids. So let me just explain that. When you eat protein, it digests into amino acids. There are non-essential